Be thankful of the things that you have to complain about. Hello, welcome back to my 90 days of lessons from me, for me, to you. And today is day 44, I believe, day 44, because I think tomorrow, yep, day 44, because we started at 41. Day 44, hello, in a row, 4 days in a row. But today's lesson is be thankful of the things that you have to complain about. Now, I know what you're thinking. Don, or for those of you who may not know, my name is Don. Don, what do you mean by that? Be thankful for the things you have to complain about. You know, seeing where you are relative in your life, and listen, I always say don't compare your life to other people or the things that they have going on in their life, because comparison is oftentimes the thief of joy. And you also shouldn't compare your life to another person and be like, oh, my life is so much better than yours, blah, 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 XYZ. I feel like if you're going to compare your life, you need to compare your life to yourself. Compare your own current life to a past version of your life. That is the only time I believe comparison should even be a thing. And even with doing that, it's very dangerous to do that, because you could do that and be like, oh wow, like currently my life sucks, but my life was so much better, a year ago, blah, 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 XYZ. We're human. I'm guilty of it. We've all been guilty of it. But, once you realize that good times and bad times come in waves, you will appreciate the good times when the bad are there. You'll appreciate, maybe the bad times when the good times are there, because, the bad times build character, bro. If you go through life and you just have this endless, like, joy, euphoric life, sure, it's good, but it's boring. And, that's not to say that drama is what you should seek in your life, because it's not. You should always seek peace in your life. But, those lessons that you learn from the bad times, they build character. Those lessons from my bad time are what this entire channel is about, or this entire series is about. I may kind of shift up the content that I'm doing in the series as I'm making my way to halfway through this. I'm kind of brainstorming some ideas of what I would love to do to further the channel, because I don't want to be stagnant with this channel. I don't want this channel to just be locked in a box. It's one of the reasons why, I kind of created this channel separate from my gaming channel, because I didn't want, that channel's a gaming channel. Sure, I can talk and do whatever, but at the end of the day, people that are going there, they're going for gaming. I want whenever you guys come to this channel, you're here for me. But that, again, that's not what's important right now. So, being thankful for the things that you have to complain about, I'll give you an example that literally just happened to me as I was bringing my groceries in. So, and I will preface this by saying it was entirely my fault and my own laziness and my own negligence, because I definitely saw it and I should have adjusted it, but I trusted the universe, the world, I don't know, something. So I took my groceries out of my car and had a big old thing of marinara sauce. The Walmart bag ripped, but I was like, you know what? It ripped. It took it over here. You could probably take it 5 feet into the house. As soon as I put that bitch out the car door, shattered, gone everywhere. There's glass everywhere on my drive-through. There's marinara sauce, my driveway. There's marinara sauce everywhere on my driveway. So now I gotta pick up the glass. I gotta clean up the glass. I don't want anybody to step on it. I don't want, anything to happen. And it's like, it's close to the grass. So I'm kind of getting it out of the grass at the same time as I'm getting it off the driveway. And, I'm shifting through the marinara sauce because I don't want to get the water yet, because, I don't want to spray away any little particles. I want to get as much as I can. And within doing this, I cut myself a little bit. Can you see that? Yeah, that little red spot right there. I'm not sure if you can see that. You whatever. It was bleeding. It was bleeding quite a lot, but it's good now. It's one of those, like, it's like when you get cut, it hurts more up top because you have more nerve endings. It actually hurts more medium weight. This isn't a science class. It's not a science video. But yeah, so it hurt. And, I'm bleeding because my body's trying to cloud it as I'm shifting through, getting the glass out. And I'm like, you know what? I could be bitching about this. I could be livid about this, but I'm just like, you know what, bro? This is what I have to complain about. This is the shit I have to complain about. I was literally just saying earlier today, I woke up, I thanked God for everything that's going on in my life right now. I got into my program. I finally have enough money to get a new car. And, it's just a matter of finding the car now. And I got a job. I got a second job coming up, there's this girl I've been seeing for like the past almost a month now. Things have been going good, been going great. And I'm just like, there's not much for me to complain about, bro. Literally the only thing that I need in life right now is for my YouTube channel to get some more subscribers on it and start making bread from this shit, bro. That's literally it. That and a place for myself. I can't say a car anymore because we got the bread for the car. So it's just waiting. So I can't say, oh, I need a car. One, I don't need a car, but my YouTube to start doing some shit so I can make some bread, and a place of my own, just me. That's all I need. That's literally, I don't even need that. That's all I want. That's all I want. That's the only thing left for me to somewhat complain about. And even then, there's so much, good things going on in my life that complaining would be such a disservice. Because if I look back at myself, if I look back at myself in February, what are we in? We're in April? We're at the end of April? If I look back at myself in February, I was in the gutters, bro. I was in the gutters. I mean, like, I was depressed. Girl just left me. Girl that I thought I was gonna marry just left me. Freaking job gone. Got fired. First time in my life I ever got fired. So yeah, I got fired over some bullshit that I even myself couldn't even control because niggas was asking the world of me. And I had no bread. I was broke. I ain't got no money on me. That was the biggest thing. I ain't no fucking money on me. I have this dog. I'm this dog that I love my dog to death. And I'm like, yo, I really hope that I can, provide and take care of her the way that I fucking need to, but I need to get a fucking job. Couldn't find a job. My TikTok got banned. Yeah, my TikTok got banned. That shit got 8 months of work stripped away. Give me that shit. So, it's looking back and being like relative to where I am. I got a job. I'm making money. My dog's good. She's not with me, which is that's the only thing I can really complain about. My dog's not living with me. She's at my friend's house, but I'm taking care of him this weekend, so I get to spend some time with her. This is pretty nice. But yeah, man, it's just like, sometimes I feel like we as human, we're so prone to complaining about a lot. And, this job I'm working, I've seen it because these people are rich. These people are rich. And I mean, they're rich old white people. And so they have nothing to complain about. I mean, they're breaded up. They're breaded up. And like, they come to dinner and come to the clubhouse and the shit that they be complaining about, I'm like, bro, take life for what it is, man. If you just take life for what it is and realize where you are, how far you've come, there's really not much for you to complain about unless you're in like this absolutely dire circumstances. There are circumstances where I can understand that, yeah, complaining is what it is, but at the end of the day, complaining doesn't get you anywhere, bro. Complaining doesn't get you anywhere. You can vent. Venting is fine, but don't continuously complain. No, it's okay to vent. When you continuously complain about something, that's when you continuously bring something up, that's complaining. And that doesn't get you anywhere. That doesn't do anything for you, And I just feel like if we are grateful for the things that we have to complain about, we would complain less. Like, I'm grateful that the biggest thing that's happened to me today is freaking my marinara sauce dropping on my Walmart bag. That's the biggest obstacle that I've had to overcome today. Knock on wood, please, Jesus Christ. Yesterday, I don't know, I couldn't even tell you. That's how irrelevant it was. And that's not to say that my life is boring or mundane. No, my life is mundane. And I'm very grateful for that because I have friends that their life is not mundane. They, a lot of shit be going on for them. I'm like, yo, it's cool. It makes cool stories. I'm not jealous of you though. I like my mundane life. I get up every day. I come here, I record my videos. I make my TikToks. I chatted up with some friends. Maybe I'll hop on a game. Maybe. I haven't really been feeling that much. Marvel Rivals this season's been kind of been ass so far. But yeah, I come on, I get on here, I chat it up with y'all, chop it up with y'all. I go to work, go to the gym, come home, rinse and repeat. And that's because, with life, the way to success is the mundane. The mundane is the way to success. And that's not me to go into another, lesson, because I feel like I've been over that lesson, but, mundanity, I think, is what the term I'm looking for. That's the way to success. But also along the way, be grateful of the things you have to complain about. The shit I gotta complain about, I'll post a video, may not get no views. Nobody knows me. So, not really shit to complain about. I'll post a video on TikTok, it ain't getting no views. That ain't some shit to complain about. I get to post a TikTok. I've made friends off of TikTok. I my TikTok account that, shit was at like, what, 3K? 3.5? I was like, I grew that shit in the span of a couple months. This current TikTok page that I got, this shit's at like, what, almost 700 followers already? Like, the last time, that shit took me like, damn near, it's been like a month maybe? It's been like a month and a half since I had this account. That shit took me fucking forever to do that shit on the first account. Shit took me a brick. I mean, like a brick. Wait, actually, no, it might be the same time frame. I had 1,000 probably in August. kind of lying to you. Maybe September. But the point is, like, there's nothing for me to complain about in my life, bro. And there's oftentimes, ain't really shit for you to complain about. Unless you going through it, ain't shit for you to complain. But yeah, that's today's lesson. I love you guys. As always, seek God in all that you do. Put him first. Love yourself more than you love anybody. Love yourself more than you love anybody else. And if there's nobody out there that loves you, I love you. But there's somebody out there that loves you. I will see you guys tomorrow.